They stopped in a park-like area on the very edge of Nuremberg. The lake, pathways, trees, sports stadiums, and recreational facilities everywhere about. They climbed out of the touring car, as more devotees yelling Heil mein Führer and Willkommen in Nuremberg surged in around them. Dora thought she and Edward would be crushed. The mobs were kept away from the dictator only by Linge and his helpers. No one was helping the Wares. Hitler reached for Thomasina's hand and started down the path that led around the lake to the Zeppelin field. Dora and Edward, and then Helga, fell in line behind them. They marched along a path through the woods, with the lake and the Congress Hall to one side and the backs of the massive grandstands, where the spectators sat on the other. The non-stop chants of support for Hitler were deafening. Dora wanted to clap her hands over her ears. She gripped Edward's free hand for sanity. His other kept edging her ever forward. They were condemned to an endless death march until they cried enough and handed over every single Lawrence map. Dora had to fight back, or she would go crazy. Maybe she could get hold of Thomasina's other hand. The dictator couldn't whisk her away. He couldn't be seen pulling a child away from her mother in public. That wouldn't be seemly for a man of the people who was supposed to be promoting motherhood and population growth. As she tried to catch up, that rude Linge got in her way and made sure she stayed back with Edward. Dora glared at that man. He ignored her. The path veered sharply to the right. They merged with another, even larger mob. Body brushed against body. The Wares were being swept along. Dora wondered if her feet were even on the ground. Shouts of Heil Hitler put their dirty hands all over them. Indeed, the spectators grabbed for their shoulders, arms, buttocks, and legs. Anything to get closer to Hitler. They tried to yank them aside and shove in between them. The dictator was saying something to her daughter. He leaned toward the girl. She dimpled and laughed. Dora strained to make it out. Many around the Wares were singing the Horst Wessel song. It echoed through Dora's mind until she had trouble forming another thought. She couldn't hear what Edward was saying 2 inches away. They had to cling to each other. Their joint consciousness was all that was left to fight back against what was surging in upon them from every side at once. It is 1938. It is Hitler's year. The year he was named Time's Man of the Year. Everything is going his way, absolutely everything. He seems unstoppable to the Wares, who are accompanying Neville Chamberlain to Germany on a hopeless peace mission. Hitler is trying to kidnap the only daughter of Colonel Sir Edward Ware and Dora Lady Ware, though she is only a little girl. It is all part of his blackmail. He wants to force the Wares to hand over the Lawrence maps, key to world domination, or they might never see their daughter again. They had better figure out how to combat him, or their daughter, Thomasina, might soon become Hitlers daughter.
Anschauungspartei sein. Und zweitens, sie wollte daher kompromisslos die einzige Macht und alleinige Macht in Deutschland. Wir mussten als Partei in der Minorität bleiben, weil wir die wertvollsten Elemente des Kampfes und des Opfersinns in der Nation mobilisierten, die zu allen Zeiten nicht die Mehrheit, sondern die Minderheit ausgemacht haben.